If before the season you had told me the Browns had a chance at the playoffs and that they had a chance to go to the Super Bowl, I would have told you that Deshaun Watson had a great season. He had a terrible season. He's pretty meh. Then they went to PJ Walker, they went to DTR, and now they've settled on one quarterback. Super Bowl MVP, Joe Flacco. And the question is, how high can this team fly with Joe Flacco? Ravens quarterback for a long time, spent a year with Denver. Don't like to remember that year, wasn't too fun. Then he had a couple seasons with the Jets, and now with the Browns, he's had a resurgence, a revitalization. He's 4-1 as a starter, 60% passer, 13 touchdowns, 1,600 yards in 5 games. And now you're starting looking at this defense is elite. The run game is very solid. This is my opinion of this. When I picked through the playoffs, I had them making it to the AFC Championship game and losing to the Ravens. I just picked that recently. I still stand by that. I don't think that he's going to overcome the Ravens, though that would be an incredible storyline. But you look at this performance by him this season, and for a guy who was expecting to kind of run off in the sunset, go off into his retirement career, he hasn't been a full-time starter since 2017 when he started all 16 games. Next year, obviously, he got benched for Lamar Jackson. Then the next year, he was in Denver for 8 games. Then he was with the Jets. This is the first time that he's taken the reins of a team. And the question I saw brought up is, like, how good does he have to be to make a QB controversy? I don't know. I think if you win the Super Bowl, there's a controversy. If you make it to the Super Bowl, there's a controversy. But as a 38-year-old quarterback, I don't know if he can really compete against a guy who's making just egregious amounts of guaranteed money. I think that Deshaun Watson's contract kind of prevents that. But look at his stats. 13 touchdowns through 5 games. He has a 6.4 touchdown percentage. That means 6.4% of his passes are touchdowns. 6.4% of his passes are touchdowns. That's the highest bar one season of his career. And that one season, he only played in 2 games. So it's kind of a bad sample size. And this is a guy who just brings a calm presence to this team. He allows the players to make the plays they need to make. I do have some concerns. They did try to throw the game against the Jets in the second half. That was a little bit concerning. But the Browns overall, I mean, this team, earlier in the season, I was like, oh man, if they have a quarterback, they're going to be such a pain in the butt. I'm so glad the Broncos played them before they got a quarterback. But now that they have a quarterback in Joe Flacco, this team, sky's the limit. And genuinely, you're talking about playoff wins. You're talking about AFC Championship game. You're genuinely sitting here saying that they have a chance at the Super Bowl with Joe Flacco. And I don't think anyone had that on their bingo cards at the start of the season. That's going to do it. That's my take. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy, well, thanks for watching it anyways. And I'll see you next time.